Question 3. Olivia has borrowed $30,000 from the bank to purchase a car on January 21st. So $30,000 was borrowed January 21st. That is 2016. Okay, so on demand with interest of 5.5% compounded semi-monthly. So this is a compound interest problem. So the first payment for the loan was made on April 21st. Okay. The second payment was made on July 21st. Again, of 5,000. And the third was January 21st, 2017. So how much of the loan was still remaining on March 21st, 2017? That's the first question. And the second question is how much interest has accumulated from the start. Okay, so as usual, let's start with the timeline, just so that we can visualize this whole thing. Okay, so we have 2016, so January, so this is January 21st. Actually, notice that, there's even a hint, so no need to count days. So notice that everything is on the 21st, 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 and March 21st. So we actually just going to have to count months. Now, if it wasn't like this, then unfortunately we would have to count the number of days in between. But this time, this will be a little bit easier. So January 21st, so that was the loan, and that was 30,000. Okay. So we have, so let me just change color here, because now we have the payments. So we have a payment, and this one is April. So I'm going to remove the 21st because they're all 21st. So April, and that was 5,000. 5K. So that's this one. The second is July. Okay, so July. And again, it's 5K. So that's this one. And the third, so that's now moving into 2017. So 2017, and that is January. And that's another 5,000. Okay. And now, so we want to know, so what it will be in March. Okay, so now it is an on-demand loan. Right, so it's on demand. So what we can do now is we'll just simply move it. Okay, so we'll move it here first. Okay, so pay off the 5,000. Okay, and then again, so move it here, pay off another 5,000. Move it here, pay off another, and then finally we can move it. Okay, there. That'll be our fourth one. So then we'll know how much is still remaining. Okay, well, I mean, it's annoying, but let's do it. So it is compounding. Now it's all the same. So actually, so I'm going to just do it here on the side. So I is equal to, so 0.055 divided by, and it's semi-monthly, so it's twice per month. So divided by 24. So that won't change. So I is always going to be the same. Okay. So our formula, so future value equals present value 1 plus I to the n. So we have, so 30,000, 1 plus, so we have, okay, whoops, so divided by 24. Now n So for n, okay, so because we have semi-monthly, we can actually count the number of months, right, from January to April. So from January to April, so it would be, so February, March, and April. So that's 3 months. But, so let me write this here. So it's 3 months. But notice it's semi-monthly, so it's twice per month, right? Okay, so n is going to be equal to 3 times twice per month, which is 6. Okay, so now we can find out what that would grow to. So you can punch it into your calculator. So we will get okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so we have a little bit of interest there. And notice they do ask us for the accumulated interest. So you can, so here on the side, I mean, I can just write, so interest, okay, for the first one. Okay, so that grew 414, okay, 87. So that was our interest. Now we're going to pay this off. So we have 5K that we're going to pay off. Okay, so that's going to leave us with 25. Okay, so this is what we have. So that's number 1. Okay, so now number 2. Okay, so now number 2. So it's the same process. So if this was 1, so let's say this is 2. So now our amount changes. So let's do that. Okay, now again, so now we need to know how many months. So from April to July. So that's May, June, July. So again, it's actually 3 months. Okay, and we have done that right here. So 3 months, we know that that is 6 terms. Okay, so let me equate that in. So now again, so we can punch it in, okay, into the calculator. So let's do that. And we get, okay, so now we get 25. So again, it grew a little bit on us. Point, so 3, 3. Okay, and now again, so we can find the interest. Okay, and the interest, so that it grew, it would be between these two values, right? So if you subtract these two values, okay, you're going to get exactly what the interest was. So let me now write it here. So interest number 2. Okay, so the growth of that interest. So we'll do that. So that grew another, so let's say 351.46. Okay, so that's what we have, okay, so far. Now, okay, so again, so we have to, so we paid off this, now we have to pay off another 5K. Okay, so if we subtract 5K from, okay, the value here, okay, so we're going to get, so here, so minus 5K. Okay, and that's going to give us 20,000, right? 766.33. Okay, so now we can, so 20,000, 766.33. Okay, Okay, and again, so I'm going to be shifting this over. And so we're just right here, except now we're going from July to January. Okay, so that means July, so we go. So August, September, October, November, December, January, which is 6 months. So we have 6 months. Now 6 months, so that's semi-monthly, so that will be 12 for N. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so let's punch it in to get our new amount. So we this grows again. Okay, so this is what we have. So it has grown, and again, if we want the interest between them, okay, so we can subtract these, and we'll get our interest. So this will be interest number 3. Okay, so we can do that. Now this has grown, so it's again a bit of interest that has accumulated. Okay, now this will be our last, so this is our last 5K that we're gonna take off. Okay, so here minus 5K, and that finally leaves us with the last step, so future value number 4. Okay, so subtracting now 5K, so we're going to get 16,344.66 and 1 plus. So let's do that. Now we're going from January to March only, so that's 2 months. So now 2 months, semi-monthly, so that will be 4. Okay, so this one we can finally calculate how much we have remaining. Okay, so let's do that. And whoops, looks like it didn't. So 16344. Okay. So finally, okay. Okay, so this is what we have. And our last interest, okay, so that we get. So our final interest in between the two. Okay, so now we can answer. Okay, so how much of the loan was still remaining? Okay, so well, this is exactly how much was remaining here. That's right here. Okay, so this is what we had remaining. And then our interest, so our interest would be equal to, so we had, so 414.87 plus 351.46 plus 578.33 and plus 150.34. So we can add it all up, okay, and we will get Okay, so 1495. That would be our interest. And another way that you could have saved a bit of time, okay, so notice that our loan initially was 30,000. Okay, and in total we made 3 payments of 5,000. So 30,000 minus 5,000, 5,000, and 5,000 is 15,000 if there was no interest. Okay, and notice that because we had 16,495 remaining, okay, and if you subtract the 15,000 from there, you will get your interest. Okay, so they do match. Okay, so that was question number 3. Thank you for watching.